This video is brought to you by patreon.com/worsttake. Get access to exclusive live streams and Discord servers, on-screen shoutouts, and early access to some videos when you join now. Help make sure that we can continue to make content like this by supporting the Patreon. Links are in the description down below. We are pretty excited about the Browns defense, and one of the things I want to make sure of when I look at this defense is that the excitement isn't because they just look good against teams that don't have good offenses. I want to make sure that the excitement is because of how they're executing, because that is more transferable from week to week than, oh, look what they did to Kenny Pickett. Oh, look what they did to Joe Burrow in the rain, right? There can be an asterisk on all of this, but the tape gives you a better idea of if this is because of good coaching, good discipline, good just being athletic, getting out on the edge, being in great position. You know, is this a defensive performance that you could copy and paste to other teams and you feel reasonable that if a better quarterback was in there, you wouldn't get diced up. If a better running back was in there, you wouldn't get diced up. If a better running blocking offensive line was in there, you wouldn't get diced up. So that's what we're going to look at today. That's why we're going to look at this tape to see if this Browns defense is for real. And spoiler warning, I'm convinced. Let's get into it though. We're going to start here with this play. We're going to go in chronological order of the game. See here, the Browns are bringing pressure, or at least it looks like it. They start with 6 on the line of scrimmage. It looks like a 4-on-3 overload, right? So you can see the 4-on-3 overload. But then it shifts as Taki drops back in coverage. Gets to the linebacker. And then what I really want to pay attention to is this defensive combo. I'm sorry, just switched to week 1. Is this little PBU by Denzel Ward. What makes Denzel Ward one of the best corners in football when he's at his highest level, by the way, 2 weeks in a row of great play from Denzel Ward, is his recovery, right? Allen Robinson beats him inside. It looks like it's there. Taki clears it. But just Denzel Ward's recovery is insane. He's there. He gets beat on this route, and then he recovers, and he's defended that ball before the ball even gets there. It's like if I didn't know any better, and you could say maybe he didn't beat Denzel. Maybe Denzel was baiting him, but he did beat Denzel. Denzel was legitimately caught off guard by this. But that recovery is crazy. All right. This is the pick. And Kenny just throws into a trap. Right. He just throws in to a trap. They have Grant Delpit there playing strong side linebacker Sam. And Grant does a great job here of baiting him, right? He's going to make Kenny think that, oh, I'm about to drag this way. That means that this slant window is about to open up. So I got this. But Kenny gets fooled by Grant. Grant makes a great play. Oh, yeah, you think I'm taking him? You think I'm taking him? I'm Grant Delpit. I'm super athletic. Bow. Again, Kenny Pickett didn't throw that pick because he stinks. He threw that pick because he got fooled. Now, did he get fooled because he stinks? He might have been easier to fool. But that was a great job by Grant, acting like he's just going to play the seam. Like this is just straight up cover 2. And maybe it was, well, not cover 2, cover 1. And maybe it was. And he made a play. But Grant does a great job playing this technique. Gets a pick. Great job by Grant. We're going to see it on the other angle. Look at this. Look, if you Kenny Pickett, you get to your top of your drop. Oh, yeah, you think this open, right? By the time Kenny gets to the top of his drop, starts throwing this, Grant's not giving this away, right? He is playing this technique. He looks like he is strafing that line. And then by the time Kenny throws, Kenny really should have brought this one back. He really should have brought this one back and just taken the sack. But that's also the second layer to this, right? Part of the reason Kenny Pickett throws that ball when it's an ill-advised throw is because, well, Myles Garrett is right there. If I bring this back and try to like get to Freiermuth over the middle of the field, I'm going to throw a pick or I'm going to fumble this because Myles is right there. That's a great job by Grant, and that's a good job by this defensive line of forcing the bad decision, right? What forces quarterbacks into bad decision? Not having a ton of time. The defensive line created didn't just create an interception. Grant was very instrumental in that too. But the defensive line helps these quarterbacks make these bad decisions, right? Right here, just look at these run fits, man. Like, oh my gosh. First of all, JOK on Chooks just gets under him, just runs through him. So much for size, right? We were so worried about size. Oh my God, he's too small. It didn't matter. Just shoots underneath him. Doesn't even have to go underneath him, just runs through him because he's faster. Hey, you could be big, but if you big, it's hard to hit something that's smaller. And that's the principle that JOK does. And also JOK has a good base. Big, strong legs, right? Gets off this ball super fast. 78 doesn't have a good angle. Should be hands to the face also, by the way. They need to call that. Should be hands to the face. Should be personal foul 15 yards back in the line of scrimmage. Doesn't matter because JOK is a dog. Right here, look at the distance. The recovery speed needs to be studied for Denzel Ward because Denzel Ward is a solid, less than like 100 pounds, weighs less than 100 pounds of this guy, and also starts this play a smooth 12 yards away from this man. Now, if you don't know how far 12 yards is, go to a football stadium, stand 12 yards away from somebody and try to catch them in the amount of time that Denzel Ward has, and you'll understand how fast he is moving, right? He is standing still here. When Denzel Ward starts to come down, Kenny Pickett is starting this throwing motion. By the time he catches it and turns around, Denzel Ward is in his chest. He looked like he got hit by a bullet. Like this young man he looks and he feels as if he just got shot. I'm not exaggerating because he might as well have gotten shot. Look, he got shot. That's why he on the ground like that. Look how he fell. Oh my God, look how he fell. I hope he's okay. I hope he doesn't have like a concussion or nothing like that. Let me make that clear. But if he's all good, then this is all clear. Look, Denzel Ward hit him so hard. He had the same delayed reaction you would have if you got shot, right? You know, well, I don't know if any of y'all know, but if you get shot, I've never been shot, but I've heard if you get shot, right, you first feel that you've gotten shot and then you feel the pain, right? So this is him being like, did I just get shot? Oh, I got shot. Ah! Denzel Ward turned into a human bullet. Look at this, man. Look at this. That man, I promise you, if you ask him, he's like, yo, it felt like I got shot. Oh goodness. This is unfair. 12 yards in that little space. I mean, the recovery is insane. All right, let's get back to the ball, man. Another great run stop here. These run stops were incredible all game, man. Incredible, right? Look at the gap filling. Look at the discipline here by Greg Newsome, right? You fill these three, like all these gaps are filled, right? So C, A, B is flipped there. So boom, you got all these gaps filled. Taki gap killer. Right here, you got, I think is that Grant? Grant's about to close that gap if that comes open. And then JOK is hovering over this, trying to see what's about to happen here. They try to do a double reverse. They tried to do everything they could to free up some space here against his defensive line. And they couldn't do a damn thing about it. It was incredible to watch. Like, look. Okay, that's Field. And then, okay, when you think you about to cut back, here come Greg Newsome playing excellent technique, covering that gap. There was nothing. There was never going to be nothing. There was nothing. These run fits are incredible. Night and day. Night and day for last year. All right, so this is a play that didn't go so well. And this is something that the Browns are going to have to watch out for. What happens here is that Pittsburgh, you see they run this rub concept. See, this route should be illegal that Allen Robinson runs because he's basically screening. Look at Allen Robinson if you don't see. What Allen Robinson is doing is he and Moof are basically screening because they're going to put their running back here. They know they're in man coverage and they know Taki has him, right? So they know that Taki is going to be on this side of the field. What we're going to try to do is block Taki before we throw the ball, which is illegal, but they got away with it, so that we can have Jaylen Warren run through here, and it's basically an extended handoff. And it worked out perfectly for him, even though it's an illegal play. But yeah, Allen Robinson, who, give him his credit, he's really good at running these like little pick plays, right? So Freiermuth, that's not a coincidence that they're right there in that same space. Freiermuth runs that little curl right there. They're trying to box Taki in, right? That's what they're trying to do. So they try to box Taki in, and it's successful because you look at this, and this is basically just an extended handoff for this play, right? It's basically an extended handoff. Look, he runs through the gap. Just get him the ball now. Good play call. Got away with murder, but good play call. Yeah, you see here, just another excellent run fit. Look, okay, first of all, hey man goes low, he misses. Good job by Za'Darius, which gives him a free run. So he's just looking up like, yeah, I messed up. And then, oh God, it was going nowhere. There was nowhere to go. No space, no room, no air. This one right here, got to do a better job of recognizing what's going on here. I don't love that there are two players on Darnell Washington who I don't believe has a reception over 7 yards yet. So somebody messed up. I'm going to guess Taki's not where he's supposed to be, given that everybody else is in man and he seems to be in zone. Right? Everybody else is in man. You see McLeod's chasing. You see Denzel's playing off technique on his guy. You see Grant's chasing. You see that Greg Newsome locks on the move. And you see the JOK locks on to Jaylen Warren. So I think Talk didn't know that this was his man. But even then, still, they did a good job of this. So Talk or Grant Delpit, somebody's got to pass him off. And I think that Calvin Austin's man was actually Ronnie McLeod, who's trying to chase him. But again, they ran a pick play. These pick plays are going to be a problem for this defense. Teams are going to resort to them, and they don't usually call them. So, yeah, that was a pick play that they ran there. And it would have been successful if it was a better throw and a better catch. Screen right here to Najee, and then Grant Delpit just being incredible one-on-one, just making that tackle. Right here, a run play to Najee, nothing. You want to see what happened here? Well, you're seeing some familiar numbers, man. You're seeing some familiar numbers. First of all, shout out to Alex Wright. Big shout. 91 now, not 94 this year. Gets inside leverage, blows up this play. Now Najee has to change his direction. You see that this play was meant to be ran towards this gap. Well, I can't just say this gap. Here, they did not run it there. They were not successful. All right. blows it up, lets the rest of the defense get there. Great run fit. Right here, play action. Kenny Pickett slips. Tries to get the ball off, throws a little screen, and this is a nice wrinkle that they put in there, right? This is Myles Garrett in coverage. Why would you put Myles in coverage? Why would you put Myles in coverage? I can hear people saying already. The reason you put Myles in coverage here is because you're expecting on the 3rd and long for them to screen you. So if you think they're going to screen you, okay, cool. We'll be aggressive. We'll go downfield. We'll act like we're buying into it, but then we're going to move Myles Garrett to linebacker, have him drop outside so he's ready for that screen when it comes, and then you're not going to get much on that screen. So it's a way of stopping the screen. They do that successfully. They blitz, get the pressure that they want. Myles is there, guarding the screen. Najee wants to catch this, but then he looks, sees, oh, there's Myles Garrett. Oh, it's 2nd and long. Oh, it's Myles Garrett. Let me drop this. Okay, so this is the touchdown play. So what happened on the touchdown play? I think my theory is that Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah he bit on this run play. Yeah, I think JOK got caught biting on the run play. JOK, so 2 things happen here. 2 things. JOK bites not on the run play. I think he thinks they're getting slipped. So he's standing, hovering over 30, waiting for him. But I think more importantly, this one's on Grant, because I think Grant gets greedy here. And this is the thing with Grant at free safety. He can get greedy at times. It can be a big problem. You see, Grant wants to basically rob or thief this. So he gets out of his spot as the deep safety to take this away from Freiermuth. He probably saw it in film that they like going to Freiermuth there. And he wants to rob it. But since he got out of position to do that, JOK also waiting on that screen to develop. And the same thing's going on with Juan Thornhill, where they're kind of both waiting on that screen. Nobody's there. Disaster. It's going to happen when you have an aggressive defense that, sometimes your aggression gets the better of you. You can see it again. We'll see the reaction to the fake. Right here, yeah, you see JOK's playing the fake. He's thinking it's going to be a screen or something. And you can see right there, look at JOK. So I know he was part of this mess up, because anybody who's seen a lot of football knows when a player claps their hands in the field before a ball gets completed, that means, man, I knew I shouldn't have been out there being down there. You see a little clap? Oh, no. 2-point conversion, though. Look at this just violence here by Grant. Why you can't be mad at him for messing that one up, right? The pure playmaking is great. Another screenplay. Look at what Juan Thornhill does to get to this screenplay, because it's there. They got exactly what they want here. They got 2-on-3. All that 88 has to do is make maybe Grant Delpit miss, and he's gonna have a big play. But Juan Thornhill does a great job here of fighting through this block and then coming back the opposite way and making this tackle. And shout out to JOK, who came across field too. Look at this run defense, man. Just look at it. It's just smothering. Let's see this from the opposite angle, but look at this, man. Anthony Walker does a great job getting underneath his block. JOK does a great job of maintaining his gap. Staying over it, making sure he doesn't overrun it or anything. And that combination gets that tackle. Right here, this should be a sack by Myles, but unfortunately, Kenny was able to get rid of the ball. There was nothing open. I thought when I first saw this that they might have saved the big play, because Allen Robinson does look like he might have flashed open here. But I think the reason that Greg doesn't play the deep route with Allen Robinson is because he knows at this point, like, look, he's watching Miles beat his man and get around the corner. So he knows, okay, the only thing Kenny Pickett can do at this point, since he's rolling right, is get across field and try to get it over this way. So I'm going to just stay home, which was a good call by Greg Newsome. But again, Miles just obliterates Stanmore here. Just it's just nasty. Oh, gosh, that happened quick. Look at this. So again, this is pressure without Myles Garrett on the field again. Think that Shelby Harris does a good job beating his man. Gets his hand up, slash it. Look at that. So that's where the Browns got caught being a little aggressive, right? Did they put Miles on the inside? Yes, they did. They put Miles on the inside, and Miles completely barrels through. But they were running a counter away from that, so they kind of anticipated that. Good play call. They're expecting this to be an inside run. Grant guesses wrong, and we pay for it. Those things are going to happen again when you have an aggressive defense. So you got to just take the good with the bad there, right? You're trying to be super aggressive. Oh, no, my bad. That was Jordan Elliott, not Miles. You're trying to be super aggressive. Jordan Elliott gets through, but he trips out of his stance for whatever reason. What happened here? Yeah, he just tripped out of his stance, so he's not able to make a play. And then Denzel Washington does a great job. Darnell Washington. Darnell Washington. Not Trainer Day. Darnell Washington does a great job clearing him out. And then Grant, a little bit too impatient to shoot that gap. He knows it. That's what they heading out for. There's another 5-man front. And just dominating until you're not. Right? This is great tape until it's not. So Za'Darius gets there. They get there. The Browns, look, Jim Schwartz has said, we're not going to be containing the edge. We're not going to do a lot of setting the edge there. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to shoot gaps. And this is sometimes the problem with that, where Alex Wright is trying to do his best to get in on this tackle. This is a mistake by a young player. What he needs to realize is that there are two places that Najee can go. There's this window and there's this window. You don't have to go under because there's Dalvin Tomlinson. He's at that window. He's got that taken care of. You can leave that alone. What you need to do is just take a couple yards out here, get in a basketball defensive stance, and be ready. If you do that, you'll stop this run. Unfortunately, they both try to go underneath, and they pay the price. And luckily, it's slow as Najee Harris, so it doesn't hurt you, right? Because a faster running back, a running back with speed, would have been able to shoot through here and might have been gone. Like, if that's Derrick Henry can be gone there. But Najee runs one of the slowest, has some of the slowest bursts I've seen in the NFL in quite some time for a running back that was drafted in the first round. And, your defensive linemen are able to catch up with him. So you got bailed out by Najee not being a superior athlete. But yeah, even after the missed tackle by Za'Darius, that play should have been made because there's no way Alex Wright should be thinking that's what his instincts. Got to chop it up. Got to get outside if you see somebody inside, or if you feel that one of your teammates are inside, or if you know that Dalvin Tomlinson's on your team, he's probably inside. Let me go outside. But instead, he goes underneath for whatever reason, can't make the play. Alex will learn that. That's a very easy fix. JOK, man. The integrity is really, like, for a team to be as aggressive as the Browns are, but be this discipline on fakes is special. Because they didn't bite a single bit. And you see, Alex Wright does a much better job of understanding his space there too. and getting a better angle. Grant Delpit again. Grant Delpit again. Yes, Grant Delpit. Look at that. So Grant and Miles, they run this ball. The Browns are trying to get to the passer. Miles, because he's Miles, still able to get an arm in there. And then Grant's able to clean it up. And then Martin Emerson's right there. Good run defense. Taki. This is using Miles's gravity. We're going to see it in the end zone angle. All right, so they got Miles in this formation. Everybody knows about it and is worried, right? So what the Browns are going to do is we're going to slide everything over this way. And we're going to hope that almost all of y'all go this way to account for Miles, right? And what they're really hoping for is that they double team this, right? Because what they're going to see, they're going to send Freiermuth out on a route. So what they're going to see here is, hey, if he's on him, hey, alert, Myles Garrett's in the middle. Don't leave me one-on-one. Okay, who's going to take it? Well, this guy has Dalvin Tomlinson because of the formation. Again, it's an odd formation, which means it's heavy on one side. So 78 can't help you, right? 88's running a route. He can't help core four, right? So there's nobody to slide the double team responsibility down to on this side of the offensive line because of the overload. So that means that not only this guy has to block Miles, but this guy has to block Miles, which means, okay, I got to block him, which means, okay, free run. Now, how in the world did Jaylen Warren not know that this gap was going to be wide open? I have no clue. That's on Kenny Pickett, and that's on Jaylen Warren, right? Because Jaylen Warren should know that he needs to be over this gap, but instead Jaylen Warren ran the route. And if his original play was a route, Kenny needs to check that to put him in protection. So they see this. No, like, did anybody on the offensive line communicate anything once Miles lined up here? I want to see something real quick. Yeah, nobody's communicating. Like, that's weird that nobody's pointing and saying anything. Maybe they just know. But Miles lines up here. They're going to double team that. And then, free run. So, honestly, that's a scheme sack. The Browns got that on the Steelers because they saw something in a scheme that was an exploit and how they were going to rotate that gravity towards Miles. And Taki was able to get it. But also, like, what the fuck are they doing? That didn't make no sense. All right. Just another good run stop. Tons of these. This right here, read option. Have no idea why you would do it. Why would you, like, Matt Canada makes me scratch my head sometimes because, like, why would you run a read option here? First of all, Kenny Pickett's not that fast. Second of all, you ain't been fooling the Browns on any of these end rounds all day. Third, the Browns defense is very fast. Kenny Pickett, not elite speed. This is stupid. Even if you fooled the Browns, they're much faster than you. And you didn't fool anybody. What a terrible play call. But that's what the defense was able to do on Monday night. A lot's been talked about the offense, and rightfully so. The offense was worrisome, right? Like, there's a lot of reasons to be worried about this team based on the offensive output. But also, there's a lot of reasons to be encouraged about this team based on the defense. And what I'm seeing so far is a defense that's executing at a high level. Now, whether that translates to being one of the better defensive teams against some of the better offenses, we'll find out in a few weeks' time for sure. Time will be the ultimate test on that. But at this moment, I feel like this is a really good Browns defense. They're standing up to the film test. They're standing up to the eye test. And I think that this defense is what we think they are, a very good one. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. Y'all have a great day. Have an even better night.